Hi, hi, hi. Welcome back. Hi, I'm Elemi from Yeyeo Botanica. Today we have a juicy subject. Remember, we're www.yeyeo, and we are a spiritual and wellness supplier, which is why we do videos about all things spiritual. Today we have a great subject, but before that, I want to shout out all my people in New Orleans, Louisiana. Woohoo! Thank you all for your great participation and being with us, supporting our channel. Today we've got a great subject. We're going to talk about love magic and karma. Are there any real consequences, benefits, and how a little bit of it works? And I'm going to show you guys some good stuff that you can use for your love magic. But just remember, this video is strictly for adults. I'm going to say that again because some of the juicy things I'm going to show you guys today are only for adults to see. So if there are any children, and I do have some godchildren who have children who love to watch our videos, today is not for them. Remember to give me a thumbs up, hit the bell for notifications, and in the description box below, when you see the replay, definitely become a part of my exclusive YouTube family list. Today is going to be an interaction. We're going to have some comments. I'm going to answer some questions. I'm going to throw out one or two questions to you guys and hear what you have to say, because love magic has been around from the beginning of time. So let's get into this whole idea of love magic and karma. Everyone wants to talk about karma all the time. Oh, that's bad karma, and that's good karma. Well, me personally, I don't have a judgment either way. I kind of feel like do what you want to do, live the life you want to live, because everything in life has a cause and effect. And in love magic, there are lots of great benefits of doing work to enhance love, to enhance connections, to be with others, to raise your vibration of attraction. So let's first start talking a little bit. Oh, let me drink a little bit of water. Do you mind pushing that up for me? So, excuse me. Today, I haven't seen you guys in a couple of weeks. So I thought this would be a great time to do a live. We can kind of get together. I can read your comments. We're going to answer some questions. Definitely chime in. But I ask you all to keep it clean, respectful, and maybe just a little bit spicy. So I want to know from all of you to start this conversation off. Thank you so much for that great compliment. I want to know what you guys think about why people do love magic. So I want to put that question out, listen to your comments, and lead into some of the conversation. Why do you, hey, UK, why do people do love magic? And what are some of the reasons why they do love magic? Maybe you've done love magic. I want to know. So I'm going to give it a minute to see some comments from you guys. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And I can't wait to show you some of the juicy stuff I have to do some love magic. So adults only, remember, XXXXXXX. I wish I could put those emojis on the screen for a live. So why do people do love magic? And while I wait for some of your comments, I want to share with you that, as I said earlier, I think that love magic is what it is. I think there are different degrees of love magic, right? There's love magic that's much more gentle and much more loving and much more sweet. Then there's love magic that's a little bit in between. And then there's the hardcore stuff that's like clang, right? So it's really, really good to kind of hear your perspective, but we're going to talk a little bit about the different types of love magic, different degrees of love magic, because that's really important too, right? To really understand that you can do something without it being considered as bad, right? And there are other things that you can do that can be considered as bad, so to speak. And I want to share with you guys some instances of people coming into the store and some different stories that they have, different situations that people would do love work for, and kind of see even what you think about those, because some of them are just a little spicy. So love magic has been around since the beginning of time, right? As long as people have emotions, um, there's some form of, I'm using the word magic today, but I want you guys who are really paying attention to this video to remember that, my husband loves to say this statement, which I love. He says, intention is the essence of magic, right? So your intention is partially what's going to drive the level of work that you're doing. It's going to drive the type of results that you get sometimes. And so I'm just going to see if we have a couple of comments, because I'm going to keep talking about this in between your comments, because I really want to hear what you guys have to say so that this conversation can be even more catered to some of your interests, because I could talk about love magic all night long. So why do people do love magic? Someone says, these are comments, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Someone said, to sweeten a relationship that turned sour. Absolutely. Which is why I said before, there are different levels of this. It could just be to kind of calm things in a relationship. Sometimes people are a bit aggressive, right? People have stresses. They can have family stress, they can have health stress, financial stress, different kinds of stresses that now are put on their relationship. So then the people who you're having a relationship with, as you guys already know, family members, loved ones, and so on, are always going to be the first people that kind of get hit with some of that from loved ones who are dealing with stress. It's just the nature of humanity, the nature of how people are, right? So this idea of doing love work or sweetening work to kind of calm some of that, making your partner know that I'm here for you. No matter what's going on with you, I'm here for you. And that love work can be to bring that mildness, that calmness into your environment, right? Thank you. All right, so the next one, someone says loneliness. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this, but I'm going to kind of tie it in a little bit later in this live, where we talk a little bit about the types of work that people do. So if you could just remind me about the word loneliness. Then it says to obtain a partner. Absolutely. It says here, no luck in love. So I want to talk about that just a little bit. Um, I want, there are a few people who are listening to this and participating today who fall into this category. I'm going to give you guys a scenario. So I read someone the other day who, and I used to do a lot of love work, really don't do love work anymore, Can't say I can't coach you to do love work, but unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to do love work anymore. So the person just kept saying, "Oh, I'm always um, not lucky with love. If you guys would like me to do a class on making an attraction jar that is used for love, that's used for attraction, for magnetism, that will be a class and that will not be a video. Anyone who's interested in that, please comment below. You guys have been fantastic. You have been really participating in the classes. Um, I bring them out when I can, and I love to do unique stuff. If anybody knows me, knows the channel, I love all kinds of unique ideas, concepts around spirituality. The old stuff is old, and I like unique, and unique is new. So if you guys want me to do a attraction jar that you can use for yourself, definitely, definitely let me know about that. I'm sorry, I can't read the comments. I got to stay with the video. So to obtain a partner and not lucky in love. So the person said, I'm not lucky in love. Every time I meet someone, it works out for a while, but there's always a lot of drama. So I implore you guys, you have to look at who you are in a relationship. And I'm known for getting a lot of people hooked up. I've gotten many people married and hooked up. I do a lot of coaching around relationships. And I have to say that the partner that you want is the partner you need to be. The partner that you want is the partner that you need to be. So I've noticed a lot of times people say they're unlucky, but sometimes they can be the aggressor, right? They could be the dominator. They could be the person who wants their partner to do everything from the romance novel or from the show they saw on TV, and that's not always realistic. And so I would say that one of the things to keep in mind in having partnerships is to really think about um, what is it that you're willing to give and what is it you're willing to get. Because a lot of times when people do love work, they only want it their way. Only want it their way. It needs to be my way, my way, my way. Well, everybody wants it to be their way. But if you're doing love work on a situation that is not realistic, it's not going to be lasting because now you're going against that nature, right? And so we're going to go a little bit more into that when I start showing you guys some goodies around doing love work. Keep together. That goes back to what we talked about, sweetening in a relationship, bringing things back, and so on. So someone else said, people do love magic because of unrequited love, one-sided connections. Should I be saying the name? Okay. Well, I'm not really sure if you guys want me to say your name, shout you out, just in case. Oh, okay. So Danielle mentioned that her question was, do people do love magic because of unrequited love, one-sided love? That goes back to what I mentioned before about you want to be realistic about what you want. So here goes another scenario. And this one is a good one. So someone came in and they wanted to do breakup work. They were like, these people are going to break up. And so for breakup work, just to kind of get into some of these little juicy things, is this is a candle for breakup. And so if you guys look really closely, you can see they're back to back, right? So, but this person that I'm going to give you guys a scenario about, remember I'm answering and I'm giving you scenarios at the same time because maybe you'll see yourself in this situation. It may help you to resolve your situation, but also to kind of figure out maybe a little resolution to your situation. So these two people were together and they were really longtime friends. Then the guy started talking to another lady who became a new friend. I like to tell my couples, not a lot of new friends. And if you have new friends, that means that both parties can meet these new friends. But if you have a new friend and I can't meet that new friend, we got a problem. Right? So these two people are together, gets a new friend. So now he's hanging out with the new friend. The new friend does negative work to break these two people up. So now this person did work so that this person leaves this person and comes to them. The original person, she now is doing, oh boy, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't turn off my notifications. Can they see that on the screen?
No.
Oh, I'm not that good with this yet. So the older person, the first lady, she wants to get back together with the guy. So when she came, this has been going on for a while. I said to her, this is not an easy situation to resolve. Second of all, the insight that was given is you're not going to want him after this anyway. So she goes, what? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? So the spirit said, well, he's kind of showed you who he is. That because just remember this, if someone's really, really, really with you and people do work to destroy a relationship, you have to kind of question, well, how much were they really with you? That's one. And two, got to stay on top of your love game. I love the guys who come in and do their love work. I love you guys that come in to do love work, and I'm talking about the men. I love to hear men when they talk about the type of work they do. And so I just want to let you guys know, males and females that are on this live or watching this video, men and women too, equally do love work. Of course, in the world, we hear about women always doing work, but that is not the case. Trust me, men do their own work, and it is so nice. I love it. So I would say to you, if anyone is in a situation where they feel that the person is not bringing that back to them, you want to take some sweet baths, sweeten it up, make it nice, cook dinner, do what I suggest to some of my couples, play strip poker, right? Do things to really spice up your situation so that you're securing your relationship so that even when you do love things, enhancement things, that makes the glue tighter. But if you want someone and they are not into you, I have to be honest with you, you could be working really hard and spending a lot of money. I'm not telling you that it's not going to work. I'm telling you, you need to put in your mind, this is not going to be easy. This is going to take some time. I'm going to really invest some energy into this, especially if the person is attached to someone else, especially through marriage. Keep that in mind, right? Could you explain this one for me?
Rhea saying to do love magic to help with blockages in attraction and attracting people.
So it's more like an individual thing. Okay, yeah, I'm going to talk about that too. How to enhance your own magnetism. So my singles, I got you. I got you, my singles. All you have to do is raise your vibration of attraction, turn up your sexy, bring out your machismo, bring out your feminism, sweet baths, sprays, oils, magnet stuff, which you guys can contact me for. So I want to show you some things which I really like, and I think they work really well. We have a line of pheromone products. There are quite a bit of different pheromone products that you can find online. but I love pheromone stuff. They work so good. This one is for Chuparosa, hummingbird. Anything that is hummingbird, we have the candle. I'll just take this one. Oh, thank you. Anything that is hummingbird says, we know each other already. We need to spice it up. We need to get it sweet, giddy, all that stuff together. Hummingbird is excellent for that when you already know this person, right? There's different kinds of things you can do. This is a candle for that purpose. However, I want to say to people, you know, more hands get the job done faster, right? So you want to get your oils, you want to take your sweet bath, you want to add your perfume, your cologne to different things so that when people see you and they interact with you, they feel, they feel it, right? They're like, wow, there's something up with this person. I always tell people if you're a single, or even if you're in the market for finding a new partner, you need to put your best foot forward. You need to look like $1,000,000. You need to look like, yeah, you want to talk to me? Yeah, absolutely. Versus, I love my people who they leave their house, not putting their best foot forward, not bringing their sexy, not bringing their confidence, but yet they're like, I don't understand why I'm single. Hello? Right? It's like a plate of food, right? If you see a nice plate of food and a plate of food that someone just kind of threw together, well, which one are you going to eat? You know what I mean. So, things like pheromone oils, right? Put them on before you leave the house. Talk, say what it is that you want. Love comes to me easily and effortlessly. Everywhere I go, love follows me. You got to talk to yourself. You got to bring that magnetism. Why? Because if you keep saying things that are negative, then why should someone be attracted to you, right? Remember, you have to be the partner that you want to have, right? We have another one here. This one is attraction. I'll just hold it up so you can see that juicy lip. All right. So, this one has all kinds of goodies inside the bottle. I'll just let you guys look at that. But I love pheromone stuff. We have the soaps, oils, sprays. We have them for money, luck, magnetism, sex, you name it. And I did a sex and lust video some time ago. You guys can search that in our channel. And in that video, we'll talk a little bit more about this in a minute because we could be here all night. I used these because this is what's for the adults. You see that? All right. We're not going to do too much of that. This is YouTube. So using these things can get you more sex, more physical attraction. And, sometimes people do love work not just to be in a relationship. Sometimes people do it because they want to hang out. They want to meet more people. They want to have a bigger selection. Nothing wrong with that, right? So we've got two more before I go a little bit deeper and talk about another level. So we talked about the first level, which is doing things to yourself, increasing your magnetism, your sensuality, your attraction, right? Male or female. And this works for same-sex, heterosexual, whatever it is your choices, you can still raise your vibration of attraction. Have people get attracted to you, right? In addition to, I showed you one candle. Now we're going to talk about the next level. What's a little bit heavier as it is in love work? And I'm going to invite one or two of you guys to maybe share a little bit of maybe one or two spells that you've done or something that you'd like to share that maybe I can pick and shout out. So we have Mabel. To help people become sweeter to you. Absolutely. Definitely talked about that. Making things better. Smoothing out the roughed edges, right? Elemi's love oil is a must-have. You guys, that oil takes me forever to make, but it'll be back out. Just have to keep looking. Bear with me. I put my heart into everything that I make. All the things that I make from scratch, oh, but they are, and I love you guys who use it and give good comments. Thank you. Brian, failure at finding love. If you guys would like me to do either like, maybe a live, whether it be on Instagram or here, about some of the challenges that people or situations that people need to think about in receiving love, definitely let me know. I also do a small mini retreat, which I'm thinking about doing online around getting singles hooked up. I could get you hooked up. So if you would like to participate in that retreat, which is very specifically for people who are not attached, who need to know how to work through some things in order to get attached, that is something that I'm seriously thinking about doing online, especially because I love, 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 love to help people get together. And I think that most people can get together. I think that it's getting out of our own way, really kind of looking at ourselves a little bit more, and also knowing how to shine yourself up, right? Because everybody's attracted to things that are shiny. All right, so Sarah, to help confidence and attraction, absolutely. Raise your vibration. So Almaz says to raise your vibration. What does this mean with the dots in between?
That's the initial MOM.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. So MOM for self-love and acceptance. All very good. So that's self-love, right? Versus um, getting attraction, getting affection from someone else. So we have here oils. So I showed you some pheromone oils, and so for people who are not clear about what pheromone oils do, we secrete pheromones when we have sex and when we do things that are sexual, right? So these things that have pheromones are known to have some of those types of ingredients, things that enhance that and pulls that out. So when people smell it, it's kind of like it kind of gets them excited, if you will, kind of like when you're doing your business, right? So you can also use oils. Oils can be oils and powders that are around love, attraction, magnetism, are great to use because you can use them in spiritual baths. You can rub them on your body. You can put them in things like you can put them in a spray and keep it in your car and spray yourself before you go on a date. Hint, hint. So this is a love oil, right? Just as an example, but it could have a lot of different names. This one I'm going to talk about. And then we have hummingbird again. So for people who have partners, if they want to do something that they love their partner loves them, but their partner may be aggressive, right? Anybody ever had an aggressive partner? I'm sure everyone's. See this? This one says tame the bully. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's called a manso guapo in Spanish. And so this says, bring it down. You're too hot. Bring it down. Bring it down. Right? So love things with tame, calm, tranquil are great combinations to make because it helps people to be a little bit more easy. They're not as rough. They're much more approachable. They're much more easy to kind of have conversations with and so on, right? So tame is excellent to do with love work. If you're trying to change an environment, remember, this can also be done for family members. So, want to talk about love work from that perspective, not just in love partner situations. So, oh, this is a good one. You guys are gonna love this one. So, I hope she's watching this because she really made my day. A lady came in some time ago and lived in New York in the Bronx, and we're in Newark, New Jersey. And she came in with her daughter, and she was like, "Oh my God, Elemi, I did the chill out jar, chill out jar to tame hotheads. I did a video on that. Invite you to watch that." Um, but she came in and she said, "My daughter is so aggressive. She's off the hook. She is so aggressive. I can never talk to her. As soon as I start talking to her, she's, biting her head off." Even her sister came with the mother, and she was like, "She's too much. This is like, we don't know if she needs, psychological help, if she has a physical problem, is there something going on with her?" She says she's just too much. So the mother says, she says, "Elemi, I did your tame jar. She was giving me money the next day." She was coming to me, "Ma, do you need anything? Are you okay?" She said she couldn't believe this. But when she came, she said, "Is there something I can do to maintain having peace in the house, sweetness with her?" And so the statement was, well, get some tame oil. You can add that to the jar. And maybe get some tame oil. You can put it in places in her room. You can add some to her shower gel. I didn't tell you guys that. You can do different things so that the person is using these things and enjoying them while being much more calm. And they will enjoy their life more by being calm. Anyone who's really aggressive, I guarantee you, they're not happy and they're not enjoying their life. So this is maybe a way to help them, but also to bring closeness. So before I go into the harder stuff, because the chill out jar definitely fits in the category of the middle road, right? You did something, put them in the freezer, you got some things in there, all of that. Is there anything before I continue?
Those are some of the examples, I guess.
Ah, I like that. So, okay, I'm going to share that when I get into this part. So some of the other things, not everything is a candle, not everything is an oil, not everything is a spiritual bath, not everything is an herb. We also have citrine, right? There are a lot of different crystals that can be used for love. If anybody would like me to do any crystal videos for love, definitely comment. So we've got citrine here. What's the other one we have here?
Rose quartz, pink rhodite, but it's not really, that's the,
We've got rose quartz, all different kinds of crystals that you can use for love or attraction or healing the heart chakra, right? I want to just say this part before I go into the harder, more, um, the harder types of, or the higher levels of spiritual work around love. If your heart is not healed, you can find yourself doing some really hardcore stuff around love. I'm going to give a small example before I kind of get into it. Lady, she was with a guy. They were together for quite some time. He had done a little bit of love work, but he was doing attraction work. And when he was doing attraction work, he started attracting a lot of women. So he has a habit of having friends outside of his relationship. That was a long time thing in her relationship with him. She decided that she wanted to kind of suppress that. She did some work, very hardcore work. Everything went back to normal, better than before. This lasted for about 8 months. She calls on the phone. She's like, oh, well, this old ex, she started calling on the phone. I want to do something else. I said, no. Why? Because this is about you being able to talk to your partner, having peace in your household, meeting as a team, and so on and so forth. After that, she had her conversation, everything went back to normal. So I want to say that if your heart is not healed, and if you're a person who you're very dominant, you're very controlling, and all of those different things, that is going to play a role in any of your love relationships, whether it be romantic love, with your children, with your family, with your friends. So remember that the emotion of love is a healing emotion, right? It comes up in people. I always say for parents, I said, you may not have known what love was before. You have a child and automatically you're like, oh my God, I love Layla. Right? This is an emotion that is naturally a part of human beings, just like anger. But love is so much more encompassing than almost any other emotion that human beings have. So I want to say, use this time and use your love relationships to heal yourself. So for people who are interested in doing things that are a little bit more hardcore, I want to talk about that because that is where a lot more cause and effect comes in. Some people call that karma. Some people call it chi, yin yang, whatever. That's where if you're generating a lot of energy doing certain types of work over and over and over and over again, that can play a role in what you attract, right? So I just want to share with you guys, you want to keep that in mind. If you're a person that as soon as you start dating someone, you start working on them, that is going to cause energetic issues in getting what you want in the long run. And I'm going to tell you why. And so I say this respectfully. I'm not here to disrespect anyone. I've been doing this work for a really long time. I'm a priestess of Oshun, and Oshun is the goddess of love. So I love love. And I'm all about you guys getting what you want and living a great life. There's nothing wrong with doing love work. And I'm not here to judge wrong or right. But if you're doing strong domination work, wrapped with love, then you can start to have issues. So there's certain energies that people work with that I tell people this can make someone prickly. Example, nothing was wrong. This lady started dating this guy. They were getting along, and all of a sudden the person wants to start doing work. Now I'm going to put it my way, you're effing with the work. Let things kind of flow, right? Enhance your magnetism. Enhance who you are. Enhance when the person comes over. You got the music, you smell good, you got your pheromone thing going, your romance candles going. All of these things, human beings respond to mood. They don't really respond to what you tell them. They respond to how they feel. So you want to think about making that person always feel like you're the place to come to. You're the one. I'm the one to talk to. I'm the one you want to call when you're upset. I'm the one who you want to rub your back in bed or wherever it is. If it's a family member, then I'm the one that's your friend. I'm the one that you want to speak to. I'm the one that has the answer. Or I'm just the one who accepts you just the way you are, right? Those vibrations wrapped with love work. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, right? We're going to ring the bell for that one. So This is a couple candle. They're facing each other. Pink for my color people in our website, and in the candle colors video, I gave you guys a free chart on explaining what each color does, how you can use it. Pink, of course, is for drawing and friendship, getting to know someone, taking it easy, getting to really know them, and gently getting into the situation. This is blocking here. Let's take that tag. I'll do it the other way. This one is a red facing couple candle. And I did a video on moving candles and so on. You'll learn how to score them and so on. However, red is about passion. Red said, let's get to it, right? So I showed you guys a back-to-back, showed you two face-to-face. Now, and again, I'm going to show this really quickly on the screen. But this is adults only, XXX, right? This can be used. This can be used, and they can be used together. I've had people say, well, why do you use that? What's that for? Use your imagination, right? Can be used for good and not so good. Remember, intention is what is going to drive the results you get and the vibrations that you generate around that, right? So that's really also speaking to this idea of the word karma, cause and effect, how things turn out. As you know, this little girl said the other day to her mother, she said, why don't you stop saying that, you're not pretty and you need to change this and you need to change that? If you keep saying negative things, then you're going to be negative. This little girl said that. I was like, all right, here we go. Similarly, so in love relationships, you want to bless it. I always tell couples, bless your relationship. Pray over your relationship. If you are a single person, you need to bless yourself. Anyone that meets me, they're going to want me. They're going to want to be with me. I'm the best person they've ever met. They're going to see me as the best person that they have ever dated. They're going to see the light in me, and they're going to want me as soon as they meet me. Everywhere I go, anyone who sees me is going to want to be with me. Hello? If you don't say it, who's going to say it? Right? All right, so here are two more. This one is a hugging couple. Oh, sorry. This is a hugging couple. They're here today, hugging each other. And this one is a little bit different from this one. If you notice, they're standing. This one, they're kneeling or sitting together. This candle is excellent for settling down. And this one's better for, let's kind of get to it. Let's kind of get to know each other a little bit better, right? Red standing, this is better for, let's kind of settle down a little bit. I don't know if there are any marriage couples over there. And I want to show you guys the last thing. There's something in Spanish called amarre, which means binding, right? And I just want to give you guys the other side of doing heavy binding work. People can bind someone to them doing love work, and it can be very difficult to get rid of them. So I'm not here to tell people not to do that. I'm not here to judge you. You do whatever you want. I'm going to give you the remedy to whatever you're asking for, because I'm not here to judge you. But I would say you want to keep in mind that you want to be careful who you bind yourself to, because sometimes it can be very, very difficult to unbind yourself to people, right? They'll keep coming back over and over. I had this guy, he used the male candle, this guy that I showed you guys earlier, had a lady wrapped up. She couldn't think, couldn't sleep. It was like, I got to get to his house all the time, right? And I would say also as a sidebar to the singles that are watching this, you can use love work to get partners for attraction, for someone to help you with your life challenges, if you need an apartment, whatever your world is, you can always find someone out there who fits that model. But if you don't know exactly what you want, it'll be very difficult for you to attract it. Remember what I said. If you're not sure what you want, it's going to be difficult to attract it. Or you're just going to get what you get, right? So again, if you guys would like to participate in my private sessions around some of the things to think about and how to manifest relationships, definitely comment. So lastly, this is a male, comes in different colors, and this is a female, comes in different colors. A man can make himself this candle to attract the type of woman that he wants. And he can write on the candle, he can put whatever, male or female. A woman can make herself this, and she can light the candle and burn a little bit every day. Fantastic to manifest so many things. You can manifest a job, love, money, success, sex, whatever, through using candles to represent yourself. You guys haven't heard anybody tell you this? Remember, you heard it here. You can use a candle, a female, male candle, to represent yourself, to bring forth some of the things that you want. So we're wrapping up. I want to see if we have a few questions to take, because I told you guys we could be here all night. So anyone who watches this live, the lives are much longer than my regular videos. You guys know my regular videos are like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's like, great candy bar of information. But when we're live, I'm settled down. I want to share with you guys, experience with you guys, send you a lot of love, hear what all of you guys and girls have to share with me, because today was XXX, adults only.
This is what you said you wanted to follow up on.
So I want to follow up a little bit on the comment that was given earlier about loneliness. And I'm going to share this with you guys. I'm sorry I keep saying you guys. To all of you, my beautiful men and women. Loneliness is first a state of mind. And I'm not here to discount your feelings about loneliness. Every human being has had loneliness at some point in their life. A person can be lonely in a crowd. They can be lonely in a family. They can be lonely in a relationship. They can be lonely with their children. This is a state of mind. And so I would say that doing love work to resolve loneliness, that's not going to resolve loneliness, because people can be lonely in a relationship. They need to look at what's really going on. What's really going on? And usually that is around their own feelings about self-worth. Because if you don't think that you are a good person and that you can be a good person to someone else, remember, you want to be the partner that you want to have. You want to be the friend that you want to have. You want to be the sister that you want to have. So if you are going to be the person that you want to have, hello? Got to start looking at what's going on, right? And so this is why I say that love is a healing emotion, whether it be in families, in love relationships, and so on. Any more questions? Oh, got lots of questions. Okay, we're going to try to keep this to a decent time because I don't want to lose all of you in the process. So let's look at some of maybe the bigger questions. Can you help me to identify some of the bigger questions to address?
This is Michelle's one.
Okay, so we have Michelle. Can anyone just ask for breakup work, or must there be a romantic connection? For example, Can a person perform breakup work on a child? I'm not really sure if I understand this question.
Like if you
Can
have
some?
if you're a parent and you want to break up your child's relationship.
Ooh. So I know quite a few parents that have broken up their children's relationship. So I want to make sure. She says, can anyone just ask for breakup work? So there are two questions here, just as a, can anyone just ask for breakup work? Well, I would say yes. Must there be a romantic connection? I'm not understanding this part. The part about the parent and the child, I get. Sorry, I'm getting help.
Like if there's no romantic connection, because I'm obviously.
Oh, I understand. So if a parent wants to break up a relationship of their child, can they do that? Sure, you can do almost anything. I know a parent. She scared off every guy that showed up. She scared him off by breaking them up. So yeah. Okay, here's another one. This one looks like an in-depth question. Plant here on my shoulder. Desiree, I dressed and lit a pink and blue candle for me and an ex due to constant arguing. He ended up breaking up with me, but I'm still attached. How do I move forward? Well, I would say if you want to see me do a cord cutting video, comment. I would say that you need to do some work around separating yourself from the person. You can come in or online, purchase individual male and female. It doesn't need to be these colors, colors that are appropriate to your situation, and they're back to back. And if you see my moving candles video, I show for Valentine's moving forward, you would do going away, right? And also, you have a back-to-back candle here to separate you from the person. The other thing that I would say to you is that there are a lot of different things that you can do that's magical, but I would say one of the great things that I think works really, really well for people who want to kind of bring that closure to a relationship. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't drop my earpiece. Is I would write a petition. I let go X person, blah, 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 whatever that is. And you go to the river or the ocean, large body of water, and you're going to take that piece of paper. You don't have to tell anybody that I told you, but if it works, tell everybody. So you're going to take it, you're going to get this piece of paper, write whatever. I would carry this for 3 days, reading it every day for those 3 days, every day for those 3 days. I let go of this person. I forgive the situation. I am free to do whatever I want. I'm free to receive new love, blah, 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 right? You're going to take it, and when you get to this large body of water, whichever one you choose, but it needs to be moving. If it's not moving, don't use it. So rivers that are moving, right? Ocean, like going to a pier, perfect. I would go at night. Going to take it and cut it up in little tiny pieces with a scissor or your hand, whatever you want. And when you get these little tiny pieces, you throw them out into this body of water while saying what this is over and over. I let go of this person. They're free to move on in their life. I'm free to move on in mine. But remember, the conversation needs to be first about you. All right? Next question. So you guys got a little spell there. Wasn't kind of giving out too many spells today. But you know me, I can't help myself. All right, so we're back to this person, M.O.M. Can love magic work if there is still a strong love connection, but sex drive fizzled? Well, love and sex are not mutually exclusive, right? There are people who have, I call them bed buddy relationships, right? Get together, bed buddies, or you get together just to hang out. Some people in relationships are not able to perform. Some people are afraid of all different things. Whatever it is, you can definitely do work where you build that connection with the person, but there's maybe no intimacy, and there no physical intimacy called sex. There's a lot of intimacy. People can have a lot of intimacy in so many different ways in relationships that are not just having intercourse, right? And the last question: Are there any flowers? Are there any flowers that are good for love work besides roses? Let me go through my little file. Marigolds can be used for love work. Sunflowers can be used for love work. Let's see if I can think of one more off the top of my head in the midst of this video. Jasmine can be used for love work as well, depending on how it's used, but jasmine has a very, very cool vibration, and so I would just say keep that in mind. So, my friends, my pretty people, males and females, thank you so much for participating in this live today. I can't wait to see you guys participating with me in classes, in trainings, any retreats that I have in person as soon as we can. I look forward to seeing all of you. Remember, everybody deserves love. Everyone has love to give. Love is free, right? Love is free. And I would invite all of you guys to think about changing your conversation to yourself about love. If you have a positive conversation, enhance that. If you have a negative conversation, we're going to change that, right? We attract what we put out. We attract what we put out. Remember, remember, remember. I shared with you guys today in this video. Be the person that you want to receive in your life, whether it be in your love relationships, family love, platonic love, friendships, whatever it is. Because a lot of attraction work, and I just want to say this one little thing. I don't know why this just came to me. It's like my antenna's up. There's someone on this video who's watching this video who has a problem with their coworker slash boss. So it could be a coworker, it could be a supervisor, boss, something like that. In addition to kind of not really knowing what to do with that, you can do attraction work towards a coworker so that they will want to come closer to you, be nicer to you, not being aggressive with you. Remember, we talked about tame work earlier, taming people. So remember that love work or attraction work, any of it falls in that category, and you can also use it. Remember, intention is the essence of magic. If your intention is to be cool with this person, you will definitely have that. Do you still sell Evil Eye products? Tons of them. So everyone, be well, be safe, love you. Thank you so much for your participation. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Hit the bell for notifications if you want to be in the know and know when I'm putting out more videos, more lives. Engage with me. See you next time. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Whoop. Where's my turn it off person? See you next time. Ashe, ashe, ashe.